No, they can hear you. They just can't type in the chat. The chat feature seems to be disabled. It keeps saying something went wrong, and it has a little icon. So everybody can see the video. They just can't type anything in the chats. So we won't be able to get their questions.
Can I add a couple of other, Dean Perez, can I add a couple other messages while we're waiting for that?
We're live now.
Okay.
And we are back. And we are back. So thank you all again for sticking with us. We are trying to do this again. And we will have a couple more updates from Vice President Wisenhunt.
Yes, there are a couple of things that I really wanted to let you know. You can find online support services, and we will put the link in the chat. Now the chat is back on and active. That will give you resource links to scholarships, how to learn about counseling, financial aid, many of the critical support services you'll be able to find through our online student services support link. I also wanted to share with you that athletics on our campus, we're in some heavy planning in regards to athletics, to let you know that that we're planning to hopefully come back in the ways of conditioning in the next couple of months. We've been doing extensive planning in regards to athletics. We have been working, actually the coaches are in a meeting right now, planning on how we can best support students in those spaces. So I wanted to share that also with you, that there's just a lot of really great planning, but the bottom line is we miss you and we want you to come back, and we look forward to you, and we encourage you to use all of our resources.
Thank you, President Wisenhunt. So up next, we are going to have our ASG president, Destiny Munoz Gallegos, who's going to give a little bit of update from the Associated Students Government.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say good afternoon, and crazy to say that we're on our second semester, and this is our second ASG student forum virtually from that I've done. But I'm really excited to share a few good news with you guys.
And thank you to everyone for being here. I want to thank Dr. Curry for volunteering us to do this wonderful but necessary panel
I'll address it.
That focuses
Tia, can you mute him?
On keeping equity at the heart of us reopening our colleges. I'll be moderating, and I have the pleasure of introducing.
Yeah, sorry, we worked it out.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about Destiny.
Oh, it's okay. But I'm excited to share a few good news. So our elections are coming up. We already have our election packets already ready and set for students to come and fill out to run for a position. It's really exciting, especially the second semester, because we're close to graduation. We're close to coming from this whole, year of going through the pandemic and going through all of this stuff. And we've been striving through this. And I'm just so happy that for our ASG, for our students that are active, for our clubs, everything going on campus, our awesome president and vice president. I'm really speechless from what Denise had said. It's really awesome knowing that we have awesome leaders like that on campus that are making sure us as students are being taken care of. So first off, we do have 4 scholarships that ASG is funding for students to apply, and the deadline is February 28th. We have the Honor Student Scholarship, the General Scholarship, the Single Parent Scholarship, and the Perseverance Scholarship. We have 28 scholarships that we are giving out in total to students. And for our ASG budget, we put aside $7,000 for students so we can fund them for those who apply to give back to our students, especially during this pandemic. All this, we just want to give financial support to our students. Also, important dates that we need to keep out for our elections is, so starting now and to February 9th is when you can pick up your election packet on the ASG website. You can't physically pick it up, sad, but it's at sdcity.edu, and then on the search bar you can just type in ASG, and if you scroll down you can definitely find our our application for the elections. With that being said, on April 9th, it will be due at 5. Tuesday, April 13th, the eligibility will be confirmed. Wednesday, April 14th, mandatory orientation. Wednesday, 14th, the official campaign period begins. Wednesday and Thursday, May 12th and 13th, we had the student elections online. I skipped one day, but Thursday, May 6th, we have the election forum with all candidates. So it'll be something like this where the students can come on and ask the running candidates questions on what they want to do for the campus and just anything that has to do with what they're going to do future wise if they're elected. And then also the ASG election results will be posted May 26th. So this is an awesome time. I really hope that, because this semester student involvement is very crucial, because that's what makes ASU work. That's what makes us run. So ASG and all the students right now we're holding on by a thread, but we're definitely working hard for you guys. And I'm just so excited for whoever wants to join in our board and wants to get involved and see what ASG does. I am more than excited to tell you all the awesome opportunities that ASG does, stuff that we're working on. And I do know that I've been getting a few emails on how to apply for and how to purchase your AS sticker due to the scholarships. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on that soon, but I know that you can go to your SDCCCD portal and you can just look on for a parking permit, and then that's when you can see your AS sticker, and you can purchase it for $8. If I'm right. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to do a tutorial on that soon for you guys on our Instagram page. So if you don't, and if you're a San Diego City College student, please follow us on our ASG page so you can hear all the updates and everything that we have going on. I know that I've been getting questions also about what supplies are going to be given out to for the AS stickers. We have everything. But right now we are trying to see what we can do for the health and safety of our students and for staff, what we will be doing to distribute those supplies to our students. So I would love a little bit more time on seeing where we can do to help our students in that aspect. But other than that, thank you guys for being here today. I'm excited for any questions you guys have. Thank you.
Thank you, Destiny, for that fantastic introduction and all of the sharing such great information with our students. I do want to remind folks, I know that the chat feature in YouTube Live is currently down, so students and staff cannot enter questions in it. So if you have a question that you would like one of the presenters to answer, if you could just email mperez, P-E-R-E-Z, at sdccd.edu. I will make sure to ask the questions for you so that the presenters can get to them. I did have a couple questions that were submitted ahead of time. And so this question is probably for Vice President Wisenhunt. Will the college be open for students for fall 2021?
There's been no formal decision yet, so I can't say whether or not that's going to happen. I do know that we are following, and I feel like I'm talking Dr. Cordell talk. We are following CDC guidelines. We want to make sure this is still, I believe, a purple tier situation in our area. We want to make sure that the campus is safe and ready for students. So at this point, I can't say whether or not that will happen in the fall. We would like to, but again, we have to make absolutely sure that this is a safe environment for you.
Thank you, Vice President Wisenhunt. So I know that we have one of our presenters who will need to jump off to attend another meeting. So we're gonna let Sasha Knox come in and present for just a few minutes, and then we're gonna come back to get to some of the other questions that we have about campus opening, which might be answered by Dr. Cordell. All right, so Sasha, you are up.
Good afternoon, City College. Thank you so much for having me, but thank you so much for being here. I want us to all take a deep breath Inhale all the confidence and exhale all of the doubt. If you had a morning or a day like mine, you will need that. I think my colleagues seen my coworkers come in back and forth, so hopefully we're not ambushed in this presentation. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Perfect. So today I'm going to represent Transfer and Career Center. My name is Sasha Knox. I'm the Job Placement Coordinator Case Manager for our campus. If you are struggling with any employment needs during this time, our office is open to really support you in both the transfer and career side of the house. And so I get the pleasure of representing both of those aspects with us today. If we were on our beautiful campus, which I argue is the best campus in all of our district, this is what you would look like. But right now you can virtually meet us here. Come on, next slide. All right, so you can virtually meet us here. So our office is open same days and times, Monday through Thursday from 8 to 6 and Fridays from 8 to 3. We have simplified all of our processes. If you need any support for either the transfer or career side of the house, you will simply email citytran@sdccd.edu. If you need an appointment, if you just have a question, if you need to submit an appeal for your transfer, if you have a transfer question on where to go, or if you're like, hey, I need a job, but I'm not sure what next step to take, you can submit all of that information to one spot and we will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours. If you are not a tech savvy person, if you don't have that much trust or faith into email and you want just that person-to-person connection, we do have our Google line that you can reach us. That number is represented on the screen. You can also text that number as well. So if you have any questions or concerns, I cannot reiterate for you today that we are here to really serve and help and assist you on both the transfer and career side of the house. We just need to know what those questions are. We'll put a lot of programming out throughout the semester, but if we don't know how to best serve you, if you're not reaching out to us, we may not be fully being able to kind of meet you halfway. So those are the two best ways to reach us. What you see represented on your screen are just some of our services. So we have transfer application labs Tuesday and Thursday. We know transfer appeals are happening. We have Thursday transfer town halls with all of our campus partners. There's no way to miss us. We have this hosted on all of our social media platforms, so you can meet us on Instagram or Facebook Live. And I'll show some more of that information during my presentation, exactly how to friend us. And then we also have everything on the career development side of the house. So everything from I have absolutely no clue what I want to do with my career, or I'm ready to apply today. I need a job yesterday. We have every set of programming and information to help you along the way. I want to briefly show you two quick tips to get in touch with our office and stay connected. Number one would be to join our job board. You see the website on your screen, and I'll make sure to drop it in the chat, which is sdcity.edu/job network. If you join our job board, that gives you access to our online newsletter, and we send out communication weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, on employers that may be coming to our campus, like Amazon is coming on March 3rd if you're looking for a position, on employment tips if you're currently in your career, and all transfer information also comes out in our weekly newsletter. So it may feel like just a job board, but it's a one-stop shop for all information for the transfer and career side of the house. This is the slide that I'll resolve on today and make sure that you have all of our contact information for all of our social media sites. As I said, every Tuesday and Thursday weekly, we'll have Transfer Tuesday programming, as well as our Town Hall Transfer Thursdays. So you'll see campus partners come. And then every Wednesday, we have what we call our Work It Wednesday series. So as I just mentioned, Amazon's going to join us next week. We have employers like NASDAQ, NIWIC, Intuit, Deloitte, a slew of health professionals that I can't think of off the top of my head, anything from CVS to Sharp Healthcare. If you have an employer in mind, we're probably hosting them on campus. So as I mentioned before, join our job board to join our newsletter. If you don't want that type of commitment, just go like our Facebook page. You'll get the same information there, or hop onto one of our lives on Instagram. We'd be happy to serve and assist you in that regard as well. I think I've spit out all of the information that I have for you today. I'll stick around for some questions. I will have to leave you a little bit early, so I apologize for that in advance. But thank you again for having me. Please know that we've all been students before. We've all been in this way. We're all going through this same situation. I don't think any of us have been in this situation before. But we're all in this together, regardless. We feel the same tremendous efforts and pushes and pulls that you do, but we are 100,000% here to serve you, and we're in this together. So thank you again for having me, and I pass the torch on.
Thank you, Sasha, for those wonderful words. I don't know about you all, but I am completely excited about everything that we heard Sasha talk about today. She has shared with us so much about the things that are going on in the career and transfer world. So please make sure that you're following them on Instagram, following them on Facebook, sign up for the job network thing that she just shared with you all. There's so much information out there. You know, we hear from students all the time that will ask, well, what is City doing now that we're closed? Like, what do I still have access to? You have access to so much. There's a student services link on our website, on the main website, that talks about all the student support services that are still available to you, even during this time of the campus closure. So please utilize that website to go and visit what all of our offices are doing. Almost everyone has already removed, like, we have this down to a little bit of a science now in terms of how we've made the transition online. We know that it was a little bit of a rough start when everybody was starting, but right now there is absolutely ways for you to connect with our campus resources in ways either using YouTube, Google Voice, Google Texting, any of those things. So you should never feel like you can't get a hold of someone. There are ways to get a hold of all of the resources on our campus, and we hope that you continue to utilize them. So next, I'm going to invite our Director of Campus Health, Student Health, to speak a little bit about some of their services and give a little some of the updates related to vaccinations and things like that that students want to know about. So Dr. Dottie Cordell.
Thank you, Dean Perez. Give me the hook when I need to stop. I'm happy to be here. I am the director of the Student Health Clinic, and we have another wonderful person that represents the mental health side, Dana, that will be speaking to you soon. But together we form the Student Health Center, you guys, and I just want you to know how much we miss you, and that, as everyone has said so far, if you go by the campus, it indeed looks pretty locked up, but we are here virtually for you. And after almost a year, it simulates real life pretty darn well. And I think you'll get really customized service to help you on what you need. I think all of us know the importance of health, but now we've all lived this for a year. And if we don't have our health, physical and mental, it's really hard to get anything else attained. So while I'm a nurse, I'm going to tell you primarily about the physical or the medical and nursing side of what we offer you. My slide isn't working right now. I can't find it. So I want you to know our phone number is 619-388-3450. And you will have a nurse practitioner call you back very promptly and find out what you think you need. Are you just stressed out? Not just, but are you stressed thinking you've got COVID, or you just found out your mother has it? Do you want to talk about your symptoms? Do you have a finger that got cut and now you're wondering if it's infected? The reason I'm holding it up to the camera is now we can do telemedicine appointments. So after the nurse practitioner has evaluated what you need, you can make an appointment and have a private, personal, confidential telemedicine call where you can talk to her about your back pain or your finger or your worries about COVID and get help. You guys all paid a health fee as a student at City, and so we want you to avail yourself of medical, nursing, and mental health care. We can do amazing things. If we're not able to meet you in the clinic and draw your blood, we can find a way to talk to you on your telehealth call and find a way for you to get your blood drawn or an x-ray taken or whatever it is that the nurse practitioner needs to treat you best. So please don't hesitate. Our clinic, amazingly, is open virtually. Let's see if I can do this. Monday and Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30, Tuesday and Wednesday to accommodate those evening students or whatever, 10 to 6. Fridays we reserve for pre-arranged appointments, but I think you'll see that there's a lot of hours in there for you to talk to a counselor or a nurse practitioner. We also have a physician on staff that we consult with, and I want you to know that she's available to us also at City. That's our services and our hours and our times. I can't help but throw in a little plug here for you folks. We're going to be offering workshops, and at every moment that we can, trying to get into classrooms, either via tape or personally, to talk to you about COVID, to talk to you about the vaccination process, to answer your questions, to answer some hard questions that you may have, like, why is my community getting it so much worse? How do I know this vaccine is safe? When will be my turn? What is an mRNA vaccine? We really want students and faculty and staff at City College to get as much knowledge as they can about this virus. Because folks, I'm sorry, the bad news is that there's been millions and millions and millions of cases across the world. And each time the virus goes into a human body, it replicates, it makes more copies of itself, and it changes, it mutates. And sometimes the mutations are good for the virus, but bad for the humans, in that it makes the virus more contagious and dangerous. So we've got to be informed. All of the things your professors talk to you about, being a critical thinker, it's really important at this time. As Sasha mentioned, this is a time like no other. This is a once in a lifetime, once in a century thing. And you need to arm yourself, because knowledge is power. And so reach out to me via email, reach out to any of us in the health center. You will find out from Dana, I'm sure much better than me, about our website, our Instagram presence, and just ways that you can hook up with us. But you can email me directly at dcordell@sdccd.edu, in the same way that Dean Perez told you his email address. I'm open and available for you folks, and happy to answer any questions.
Dr. Cordell,
Dean Perez, turn it over to you.
Dr. Cordell, we did have a question that asked, will the college provide vaccinations for students? And if so, will they be free? Or how will students find out about when it's their turn to be vaccinated?
Wonderful. Because this is an unparalleled pandemic, I can tell you for sure that any vaccinations given in the US are free. In the same way that Denise Wisenhunt had to tell you that we're not sure when we're coming back because of the vaccine supply, because of storms, because of all sorts of things that happen in this life, we can't predict who and when people are going to get allocated vaccines. There is behind the scenes work of trying to have either City College people help at other vaccination sites, or see what we can do to help the vaccination process. But right now I don't have anything definitive, but know that if we do hear of any changes where students are more available to get vaccinated, we will put it out on blast. We just heard last night in the city of San Diego that the education sector, teachers, staff, and people affiliated with colleges and schools, are able to be vaccinated starting Monday. And I want you guys to know that once it becomes available for other age groups, I will certainly do all that I can to let you know. I have heard, but don't hold me to this, that it may become much more available for all age groups beginning March 15th. But again, as you know, things change hourly. But my job is to try to communicate with you, and I will let you all know when there's more vaccine for everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Cordell. So next up, we have Dana, who's going to be representing our mental health counseling center. So Dana, we'll turn it over to you.
All righty. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Dana, and I work in the mental health office as a program assistant. And in that office, I work closely with our mental health peers and our Active Minds group, and also assisting our grant team. So in our office, just like what Dottie told you all about, that health fee that you pay at the beginning of the semester gives you all a lot of support in our office and a lot of resources. So in our office, we have free personal counseling, free couple counseling, and free family counseling. Your partner or your family member does not have to be a student. The fact that you're a student, they could come into session with you to work on things amongst the both of you, which is amazing. We also offer virtual front desk. So just like Dottie, let me see if I got it in my head. I believe it is Monday and Thursday. It's in the afternoon, 3 to 5. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, it should be in the morning.
Just the opposite of that, Dana.
Yes, it is the opposite.
Yeah.
So Monday, Thursday, it's in the morning. I believe it's 9 to 11. And then Tuesday, Wednesday is in the afternoon, 3 to 5. So if you have any questions after this and or need any more clarification, we do have a mental health professional and a physical health professional there to answer those questions for you. You can go into a breakout room to get those questions answered. We also are providing different workshops, different groups. So we have weekly groups, bi-weekly groups, and monthly groups. So we have some like As I Am, which is working with DSPS. We have Carrying On, which works with grief. So it's not only available for students, but it is available for staff as well. We, on the master calendar, I'm sure they put the link. We have so many events this semester, we're even surprised ourselves. So there are so many events for our Black and Brown students. There's events for our LGBTQIA+ community and students. So we're here to support you all in any way possible. You may not be ready to see a counselor right away, which is very understandable, but our mental health peers and our Active Mind group are here to build that bridge. So get you comfortable, allow you to understand what is to be expected when you do speak with a counselor. And then once you're ready, we are definitely here to support you in any way we can. If you're not ready for counseling, we can definitely get you different resources as far as like housing resources, outside counseling, we have those resources. We're just here to support you, and we want to see you all succeed inside and outside of the classroom. So if you have any questions or if I did not cover anything, just let me know and I'll be here to answer that for you.
Thank you, Dana. We really appreciate all of that information. And again, remember, all of these things are free, so take advantage of them. So next up, we have our acting financial aid officer, who is Susanna Kennemer, and she will talk to you all a little bit about financial aid and address some of the questions that folks might have about CARES funding or grants that might be available to students who are facing some difficulties during this pandemic. So Susanna, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I basically want to remind everybody that the application for 21-22 is available. If you go to our San Diego City College website, there is, let me go ahead and share my screen. We have buttons that you can go ahead and click so that it will take you straight to the FAFSA application. Also, if you're going to be submitting any financial aid documents, you can go ahead and click on this little button so that you can go ahead and it will take you straight to the JIRA page and you can upload any financial aid documents. We have the Cal Grant deadline, which is due March 2nd. The San Diego City College Financial Aid Office has already uploaded all the GPAs for students that have academic history within the past 5 years. And students that qualify for us to update their GPA is students that are current students that have 16-degree applicable units. So if you have 16-degree applicable units and you're a college student, you're at City College, your GPA was most likely sent out. If you have any questions, you can always contact our financial aid office and we will be able to verify that your GPA was submitted. One key factor for this is that all students have to complete their FAFSA application for 21-22 and their California Dream application for 21-22. Like I said, we have the link for the FAFSA application right here. If you are applying for the California Dream application, you will click under California Dream Act, and that will take you straight to the page to apply for the California Dream application. During the summer semester, if you are enrolled in classes, financially will be paying for your, there will be financial aid available for students during summer. The financial aid won't be posted onto your account until you register in classes. We offer live Zoom sessions where you can meet with the customer service from the financial aid office Monday through Friday. Our schedule is on our San Diego City College website, and the times are already listed there. They're hyperlinked to the actual Zoom session. If you are unable to join us via video, we have phone numbers where you can go ahead and call us and connect with us. We also have Google Voice available for students if you want to call us. Our Google Voice is available from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. We have a Facebook account. We basically have most of our information on our front page. So we have like links to our Facebook account and Instagram account. Our first financial aid disbursement for the spring semester is going to be on March 5th. And we have updated the CARES application for students, the CARES page for students to apply for the CARES application. The link is not working, but if you do want to get the link, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the chat for students to apply. I'm working on fixing that. So that should be coming up. The application is available and the deadline for you to submit your CARES application will be March 12th. If you have any questions, we're here for you.
Thank you, Susana. Some of the questions that were submitted, you've already addressed in terms of how do students find out about the application. As Susana mentioned, it's on our website, so please check out the financial aid website so you can get a direct link to the application process there, and you'll get all the information about the CARES Act funding. So thank you. Next up, we have our fantastic scholarship coordinator, Silvia Ramirez, who's going to talk a little bit about the scholarship opportunities that are available for students as we are in the middle of our scholarship cycle. So Silvia Ramirez.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching our presentation today. We've had some very great dynamic speakers assist us today and share wonderful resources with us. So I am here to tell you a little bit more about scholarships. We are currently in scholarship season. And what that means for you is that we are currently taking applications for this scholarship session. Our scholarships will close on February 28th. At 11:59 p.m. So while that is this Sunday, I would still encourage you to click the little scan code that I have on the screen right now to start your scholarship application. I would encourage you to review scholarships that do not need a letter of recommendation so that you could submit your applications this weekend without having to reach out to a recommender. There are over 52 scholarships in our scholarship application pool. And as Destiny said earlier today, we are so excited to have 4 scholarships coming to you from the ASG. The ASG is giving over 28 scholarships away, and those scholarship applications do not need letters of recommendation. And there are also major specific scholarships out there that you can review and apply to. The most important thing when you are applying for scholarships is going to be to find a unique and dynamic way to explain your academic journey and story. We want to know where you started your journey and how you ended up at City College. And we want to be able to help you. But the only way we can help you is if you share a little bit about yourself in your story and illustrate what you are studying, how the funding will be able to assist you on your academic journey, and potentially what your plans are for the future and what you see yourself doing after you've completed your journey here at San Diego City College. So we are always wanting to hear from our students. Please go ahead and take a look at our scholarships and see which ones you qualify for. Each year we create a few different scholarships like those that ASG created this year to support students who we know are in need and special populations, which we hear from feedback from each scholarship cycle. So by submitting your scholarship application and sharing your story with us, you're actually informing us about your needs so that we can go ahead and reach out to donors to create unique scholarship opportunities to help support you along your academic journey. So please go ahead and review all of the scholarships today and start your essays. This year, we're going to be in a unique circumstance where we are going to acknowledge everyone who applies for a scholarship. So whether you win the large monetary amount or not, you will be recognized for applying for a scholarship. So please go ahead and throw your hat in the ring. We know that scholarship funding is extremely important for our students. We know that there are needs that you have during the regular academic year and so much more need this year since we are in a unique and dynamic setting that is not our regular on-campus setting. So we know that you have additional expenses such as internet, potentially purchasing a new computer, new equipment that you may need, new software for your courses so that you can learn and interact with your classmates online. So scholarships are definitely a wonderful way to help support those additional costs that you might be faced with these days. Also, we know that maybe you're home a lot longer. So that means that you are really eating all of your meals at home, that you are really utilizing, a lot more energy being at home. So definitely highlight these things when you are looking at those scholarship essays. Let us know how you have changed your course of study or how your study habits or working environment to study has changed due to the pandemic. Please, please, please apply for scholarships. We have a lot of donors who want to support our students, and the only way we know how to build new scholarships is by having you apply for our scholarships in this cycle. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen because if you are new to the scholarship world, you will want to visit our website, which has a lot of information on it on how you can build your scholarship application today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. You'll want to go to sdcity.edu and type in scholarships in the search box. Once you do that, you will land on our scholarship page, which has a plethora of information for you. Right now, I would especially love to highlight the How to Apply for Scholarships video. It's a lengthy video that's about 12 minutes long, but it's extremely informative and will help you create not only your general scholarship application, but it will help you locate all the documents which are needed to build your general scholarship application, as well as walk you through a few examples of how you might want to answer the scholarship questions in the scholarship cycle. So please take a look at that. And I will share my email with you. If you do land on this page, you will see that my email address is shared with you. So throughout the course of this weekend, while you're applying for scholarships and you might have a question, please go ahead and drop me an email. Because we are getting close to the deadline date, I will be checking my email over the weekend to assist you and help you get those scholarship applications in. So on Saturday morning, I will log into my email and check my email to make sure that I can assist any student who has a question. On Sunday, the deadline date, I will check my email midday between 12 and 2 o'clock to answer any of those questions and support you as best as I can. So please go ahead and take a look at those scholarships today and then submit your questions this weekend so I can help you get your scholarship applications in. Do we have any questions?
I don't see any questions in the chat. So thank you very much, Sylvia, for all of that wonderful information about scholarships. We're going to turn it over to Georgina Garcia, who is the chair of our counseling and personal growth. And so we're going to hear some information from her. So Georgina, take it away.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Good afternoon on this beautiful summer day. It feels like summer. Is so warm outside. Hopefully you had a chance to be able to get outside and get some of this beautiful sun, get some vitamin D in, and enjoy this day. My name is Georgina Garcia. I'm the department chair for counseling and personal growth. And I'm just here to talk to you a little bit about our department and the services that we provide you, and then answer any questions that you may have about our program or our department. I'm gonna go ahead and share our website with you. Hopefully my computer doesn't act up. It's acting up today. It must be the nice weather. I don't know. It's telling me to get out, get off the computer. Okay, so this is our website. I highly encourage you to visit our website to kind of get started, to learn more about the services that we offer. You want to scroll down. If you need to get a hold of us, probably if you were trying to schedule an appointment, I know that's been one of the biggest concerns from a lot of students, is that they've been having a difficult time scheduling an appointment with the counselor. We are extremely busy, and unfortunately, just resources are limited. So we're doing the best that we can to be able to make as many appointments available for you. But we have a lot of students on campus, right? I think there's like 15,000 of you. So we're trying to be able to accommodate as many of you as we possibly can. But you want to start here to learn more about kind of our services, and then maybe other ways that you can communicate with us as well. We do have a Google number that you can call our front team. It's 894-6118, area code 619. And they're available there to answer any basic questions that you might have about our department, or if you are having a difficult time scheduling an appointment through our electronic counseling scheduling system, you can always call our front team members and they'll be able to assist you to schedule an appointment, help you schedule an appointment for you. You can also email our front team members at citycounseling@sdccd.edu, and they will make every effort to get back to you within 24 hours to answer your questions. We do have a frequently asked questions page that you can visit. There might be some, with just some answers to some general questions that we often get from students. And so you might want to visit here first just to see if maybe the answers to your questions are on this website. If not, you can always, like I said, call our office or send them an email. There are two main ways that you can get a hold of that you can connect with the counselor, actually three. We have an e-counseling service, or Ask the E-Counselor, where you can submit an email, a general email to a counselor, and we will respond to you within 5 business days. The kinds of questions that we'll respond to are just, again, very general, very broad. We can't go over any specific personal academic records information for confidentiality reasons. So we ask that you don't send us like your student ID number or send us a copy of a transcript or anything like that, because we won't really be able to answer your question or communicate with you about your record, again, for confidentiality reasons. The best thing to do is to try to schedule a drop-in appointment or a quick question appointment session, or even a 1-hour appointment with our counselors. So you can send us an email for general questions. We have what are called same-day drop-in sessions or quick question sessions, where you can meet with the counselor for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, just again to go over some basic information. If you have general questions, if you want to know what classes you should take in the summer, if you had to drop a class this semester, for example, but you want to try to add maybe a late start classes that begin in April, things like that. Those are good reasons to come into our same day drop-in sessions to speak with a counselor. If you need to get a prerequisite cleared, if you just kind of just a general question that won't take a long time to answer. So we call it quick questions, but the answer has to be quick too. So something that could be quick, we can certainly help you during a same day drop-in session. If you need a little bit more time with the counselor, if you want to do educational planning, if you want to take a look and see how long it's going to take you to get to your next step after you leave City College. I mean, we would love to have you at City College forever, but no, you need to move on. You need to take the next step, whether it be to your amazing job or to continue on at a university. So we can help you with the educational planning in the live e-appointments, which are our 1-hour appointments. There's a lot more information on our homepage. There's some videos if you want to know how to register for classes, if you're still kind of not sure, or helping you get ready for your e-counseling appointment. And we also have some documents that you can access, like the general education worksheets, for example, if you're wanting to know more about general education classes, what general education classes you could take, or you can get a list of them. You can get them here off of our website. So I know what the most important thing is for students right now is, how do I get in to see a counselor, right? So you want to go into our online counseling website. And again, here are the 3 main ways that you can speak with us, either through a general question, through the Ask the E-Counselor. But we have 2 ways that you can connect with us virtually for a virtual online meeting, and we use Zoom to schedule these appointments with students. We have, as I mentioned before, the same day drop-ins and the live e-appointments. There's 2 different links so that you have to go to access each one of these. There's a link right here if you want to request a same day drop-in session. So again, it's a same day session. So if you want it, for example, if you want to come in and talk to a counselor tomorrow, you want to go into the system. Unfortunately, the way the system is set up right now, our sessions go live at midnight. So not that we want you to stay up till midnight, but if you happen to be up at midnight, then you can access our system at that time. And our available drop-in sessions for tomorrow will show up in the system, and you can go ahead and request one. You could also try first thing in the morning when you wake up. If you're an early morning person and you happen to wake up at 6 in the morning or something, or 7, just as soon as you can get into the system, click on this link to log into our eSARS online scheduling system to request a drop-in session. If you want to request a live e-appointment, which is a longer 1-hour appointment, you have to read the statement here, and you have to click on the I agree box. Once you click on the I agree box, because we do have some criteria that you have to meet to be eligible for our appointments, and we have a terms and conditions statement that we want you to read and clearly understand, a privacy statement. So once you've read all that, you click on the I agree button, you click on the online appointment link here, which will show up. If you notice, when the box is not checked, the online appointment link won't show up. So you would have to check the I agree box, and then that will take you to our eSARS online scheduling system. And then you can go from there to schedule the appointment. Now remember, you may not be able to, our 1-hour appointments get booked up very quickly. We do schedule 2 weeks out. So when you go in to schedule an appointment, you might not find one available, but don't give up. You can always try. Our 1-hour appointments go live or get released every day. So just try again the next day. Or you can go ahead and try to schedule a drop-in session and start with that. And then if you need more time, then we can refer you to schedule a longer appointment. But you can do one or the other, or so don't feel like if you don't find an appointment, that's it. There's nowhere you can turn to. Go ahead and go back to the website and try to schedule a 20 to 30 minute drop-in session. And we can at least answer some general basic questions for you at that time. And again, if you another way to communicate with us possibly is through the Ask the E-Counselor to get answers to just some general questions. We're here to support you. As everyone has said already in this webinar, we're all here to support you. We all care about you. We all definitely want to see you back on campus, hopefully very, very soon. But in the meantime, we are still here available to support you. So don't feel that just because we're not on campus that we've disappeared. We're there for you. We provide academic counseling, career counseling, transfer counseling, and personal counseling too. We know a lot of you are just kind of struggling with the way things are right now with your classes. Your professors you're having a hard time getting a hold of your professor, and it's just a very stressful time. You can meet with us to talk about all of that. And so definitely reach out, and we'll do our very, very best to connect with you and to help you get to the next stage, to the next level, and continue on and meet your goals and your dreams. So thanks and good luck. And again, if you haven't gone out of your house, get out there and enjoy the day. Thanks.
Thank you, Georgina. We really appreciate you being here with us today. I have just a couple questions for, there's one question, Destiny, if you could remind folks when the ASG applications are due. That was one of the questions that came in.
So the ASG application is due April 9th at 5:00 p.m.
Thank you. And then there's a question about graduation. So I guess I will go ahead and take that question. There was a question is what's happening with graduation this year and when is it? So our virtual graduation is currently planned for Friday, May 28th, 2021 at 5 p.m. Students who have petitioned to graduate will be getting information from us with a link to be able to complete a form to let us know that you want to participate in our graduation ceremony. Unfortunately, at this time, we cannot confirm that we're going to have an in-person graduation. As Dr. Cordell mentioned, we are still in the middle of this pandemic, and so there are no venues that are allowing folks to gather in large groups. So our graduations are typically several thousand people that come when you invite your families and all your guests and all your friends who want to see you walk across that stage. And we would love nothing more than to be able to do that with you all. But unfortunately, we can only do that when it's safe to do so and when the county allows us to gather in that way. So for the time being, we're moving forward and planning a virtual graduation. We will make it as special as we can for each and every one of you. We want to celebrate your accomplishments. We want to recognize you for your achievements. We know in particular during this last year and a half that things have been hard and things have been difficult for everyone. And so the fact that you have continued to persevere and push through and are going to be graduating and completing and transferring, we want to recognize all of that. So please check your emails. If you have not petitioned to graduate, please do so. It's not too late. We want you to make sure that you are doing that because that's how you get on our list of students who might participate in our virtual graduation. And then our last plug that we want to do before we end today's session is just to remind folks that we have our Hunger Action Days that are happening twice a month. They are happening the first Tuesday of every month and the third Monday of every month. So our very next Hunger Action Day will actually be next Tuesday, March 2nd, from 12 to 2. The links can be found on the Student Affairs website. If you also follow the college or Student Affairs on Instagram or Facebook, the links have been posted there. And they're actually on the Basic Needs website for the college as well. So you can type in Basic Needs. If you go to San Diego City College website, please do that and then you'll be good to go. All right, thank you all so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us today. I want to thank all of our guests and we want to say thank you for everything that you do and continue to push forward. Thanks again.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, are we off?